I feel like I'm interviewing you.
I know, I feel like I'm on 60 minutes.
I don't like your wig like that. Hi everyone, so today I am doing a video with Jared that is long overdue.
Well, considering our last one was not my...
What was our last video, the skincare one?
Yeah, that one.
That one's like the most viewed video I have.
Yeah,
it has like 8,000 views. I'll leave it in the description so you can check it out.
No, please don't.
That one was like recorded last year, right?
That was like
a year
and a
ago.
half. That was like one of our first.
Yeah, but people like it. They like seeing you, so I have to bring you to the channel more often.
No, I think they type in the description and then they don't realize that.
And then they're turned away once they start watching it. They're like scared away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense. Today's video is going to be a relationship question and answer since we are 4 years in. So I figured it was would be fun to do a just little question and answer type thing. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So let's see.
Do I get paid for this?
No.
Okay.
You can leave at any moment if you want.
Right.
So the door's right there. Literally, the door's right there.
Okay.
Question number 1: how did we meet?
We met in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a bar called the Blackbird Ordinary.
Yeah.
It was a little late.
A little bit, yeah.
I was standing with one of my friends, Chris Riley.
Shout out to Chris.
Hey, Chris.
We love you, Chris.
And I remember looking over at you and your friend Audrey. You know, I'm normally not a person that goes up and just talks to random girls, so I kind of gave my friend Chris a nudge and said, "Hey, let's go talk to those girls." And then he, being the more outgoing one, he kind of started the conversation, and then I took it from there, I think. And then I guess you could say the rest is history.
The rest is history, it really is. I just remember like getting dragged out of the house at like midnight by Audrey and checking out Blackbird. I don't remember if that was my first time there, but I like that place. It's like kind of chill and the music is good. If you're in Miami and you've never been, you should check out Blackbird because it has a special place in our heart.
Yeah,
I guess you could say.
You might just find that
special person there, yeah. So what was our first date together?
Just you and I, or first date?
Yeah, just you and I, because I don't even know what our first date, just the two of us is.
Well, that's what I'm trying to clarify, because the first time we went out, it wasn't just you and I, it was...
So what would you consider our first date?
Like our real first date? Probably when we went to like a nice place. The first time we went to like a nice place was when we went to Gibraltar in Miami. Remember that one?
Yeah, but was that really our first date? Like, anything that we did before that you wouldn't consider our first date?
Maybe, but like I said, a lot of times when we went out with friends. We didn't just go out, you and I.
Our first date, the first time that you took me out to eat, it was with the two of your guy friends.
Yeah.
And we went to Pericone's $10 pasta night because he's all about his bargain meals.
And that was my favorite restaurant. So
yeah, and that was his favorite restaurant in Miami, and yeah, I was the only girl in the group, so that was fun.
Well, it worked out, so I can't complain.
Sure.
How many questions do you have?
Just like a couple.
Okay.
Do we have any nicknames for each other?
Boogie.
Or Bug?
Boogie.
Shuggy? Or not
yeah,
really?
That's just kind of like a... Shuggy is kind of like an extension on Boogie, I think, because it rhymes.
Yeah. What is the most memorable experience together? That's tough.
One single experience? Or like, could I say traveling?
No, that's too broad.
Okay, that's too broad.
Like for me, I would say the most memorable experience, obviously, I think it's moving to Italy because...
But is that not too broad?
I don't know. Okay, so that's my overall memorable experience, but if I want to get specific, I think skydiving was cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say skydiving. Skydiving, although there's times when I forget that I've actually skydived.
I know, because it's not something you think about every day, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, I guess in a relationship, one person might want to do it and the other one not. So I'm glad that we both kind of have that adventurous spirit in us to both want to do this. Like, we always want to do the same things.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever disagreed about not doing something together.
Well, not something major. Maybe
Yeah.
some days I don't feel like doing some of the things that you want to do. But
Like what?
I don't know. Some days you want to like make question and answer videos and.
Yeah, but you're here right now doing it, right? So.
Yes.
So what is your favorite experience? Because you never answered the question.
Okay. Well, I mean, of course, traveling to Italy was our biggest.
Like moving here or vacation?
No, moving. Well, even the vacation was, a memorable thing. Like, when I think of our vacation, I think of our time in Positano. That was kind of like the moment in our lives where I think or at least I did, I wanted to come live here. So I'll always remember that moment.
That means we have to go back and relive the moment.
Well, of course.
What is one unique trait or special quality of each other?
Well, I don't know if it's totally unique to you, but one thing I really appreciate about you and what you kind of said before was that we both typically say yes to whatever each other wants to do. So I certainly love that about you, is that you're pretty much down for anything. So even if it's just to go watch football, I know you don't like to go watch football, but you never really complain about, oh gosh, I gotta go watch football again.
I don't.
You might say a little bit, but you still come, kind of like you just said about me about the video. Like, you still do it and you're supportive. I don't know if that's like a unique skill, but it's definitely a good skill to have. So
Just say yes to stuff?
yeah, to be open to doing things that you might not want to do in that very moment, but you still do them.
Right. I think your special trait or quality is you treat everyone equally. Like, you don't see any barriers when you meet people. You're friends with everyone. I think that's good. Like, you hold no judgment when you meet someone. Like, you just see them as a friend, and I think that's something that's important, is to not just judge someone by their cover, and just to be able to treat them all with respect and equal. And I think that's something that I really appreciate about you.
Oh, thanks.
So the next question is a little similar. It's what's something you love about each other the most?
You're an adventurer. You're up for a challenge and to move across the world and live a crazy life. So
It's not too crazy, I don't think.
well, it's different than what most people do. It's kind of outside of the box. You're not set in stone to living the same life over and over and over. You're up for new things.
One thing that I love about you, you'll do stuff that normally a woman is supposed to do around the house.
Oh, thanks.
And you don't mind. Like you'll cook lunch, and you'll start cooking dinner, do laundry, and these are all things that some men might not even attempt to do because they're just too lazy, or they think that the women are supposed to do all of these things. But you don't mind doing this stuff, and it's nice to have lunch cooked for me every day. So
yeah,
I mean, I think you're a better cook than I am. So.
Well, of course. So it only makes sense that I do.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Although you did pretty good last night, so.
Yeah, but it's
You're getting
with a recipe, so it's just not the same, I guess. But first impression.
Once we got to talking, I could kind of tell that you weren't like the typical Miami type girl. You seemed a little bit more just level-headed almost.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like I said before, it kind of took her a couple months to kind of come around to liking me, but
My first impression was you seem like a really nice guy. The more I got to know you, like the more I like spending time with you, and I realized that I liked you. So I like that you were always, you know, like a gentleman, and
Even though I didn't take you on.
even though you didn't take me on a real date like for the first 3 months that we were talking, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of sucked, but other than that, you know, I thought you were a cool guy.
It was okay.
Yeah, you were not too shabby.
Good.
Plans on marriage and kids?
Oh, that's a tough question. Of course, marriage
Stink bomb.
someday, but I mean, I think you know where I stand on kids. At least at the moment, I'm not in any hurry to have kids. Maybe someday. There's a whole lot I want to do in life still, and personally, I feel it's a little more difficult if you do have a family and kids.
Like, what do you want to do in life that's gonna detain you from doing what you want to do?
Well,
With
it's
kids,
more.
I mean.
It's more so, I guess, of a financial matter, right? If we ever decide to settle down more and go back home and do that, then maybe that would be in line. But at the moment, I'm enjoying where we're at now.
Where do you see yourself living? Like, where would you want to live long term?
I don't know. We've tried to figure that out. You know, whenever we go back to the States, where we'd want to live. I don't know that we've been able to settle on one particular place.
So you want to go back to the States?
I mean, I would love to live abroad too.
Like where though?
Well, I like Italy.
Mm-hmm.
If we could live abroad in Italy for longer, that would be great. If we do go back to the States, you know, I want to live in a city. I want to live near somewhere where it's warm. So that kind of limits us a little bit, but.
Any places in mind?
I think California would be great, but California is quite expensive. It'll all kind of depend on where we're at in life, I think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to living in a city up north if it has, you know, everything that we're looking for. It's, you know, we like living in a big city where we're able to get by on public transportation, where there's plenty of stuff going on, where, you know, we can easily, you know, travel to see our family in a few hours, you know, and yeah. And obviously, like, the cost of living is a big factor, but honestly, like, it is what it is. Like, every place is going to be expensive compared to what we're paying now for things in Rome. Anywhere that we would want to live in the United States is going to be like 5 times more expensive. So I wouldn't want to let that stop us from choosing a location in the long run.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to have to make it work one way or another.
Yeah, I think that's true, because anywhere we've gone, whether it be Miami or Rome, we've been able to make it work. So really the cost of living shouldn't come into play. Where there's a will, there's a way to make it work. You just have to figure it out. So
yeah. Alright, so that's the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave any videos that I did with Jared down below so you can check it out. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Oh, we're in Italy.
Oh yeah, ciao.
Arrivederci.